Kryptonite bullet.
Early morning mob, Capo. This show is amazing. I've checked it out a couple of times, and I would recommend all our friends and fans do give them a listen. They do such great work, and I'm really proud and again grateful to be able to be a part of the show.
So the beautiful people know my name. You want to tell them your name?
My name's Kyle Cody.
Kyle Cody. How did you get into comedy?
Ever since I was a kid, I just wanted to be a comedic actor. And then stand-up kind of just grew on me more and more as I got older, and I was like, you know what? How many more chances do I have to do what I love?
Of course.
So I just hopped into it, been going ever since.
Who are some of your comic influences?
Well, for comedic acting would be Chris Farley, but stand-up comedy, I love me Bill Burr, Joey Diaz, John Panette. Those are like my top three.
Joey Diaz is awesome, actually, and I had another Instagram and I lost the password, so now I'm starting over. He followed me, actually, and we talked.
Really?
Yeah, well, the guy who ran his podcast, and we actually talked a little bit, and I'm so pissed. And now I'm trying to get his attention, and he's like,
Was it Lee?
I believe.
Lee Syatt, maybe?
Believe so.
Yep.
Yeah. And
He's a great guy.
because I was doing a podcast at that time with another buddy of mine who was actually a professional wrestler at one point. Well,
really?
Independent, but yes.
Joel?
John Brooks.
John Brooks. That name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, so that's how I was linked up. And they had another podcast, the church one, and
Church of What's
then
Happening Now, yeah.
there was another one time or something, and. Yeah, so it just sucks that I lost contact. But yeah, no, I like Joey Diaz, and actually, believe it or not, Chris Farley, high on my thing, and the guy that was here before you, actually, Chris Farley.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Farley's actually getting props.
My hero, seriously. Since I was a little kid running around the house copying quotes from Tommy Boy and all that, I think probably since I was like 5 years old, I remember those moments so vividly.
So you say comic actor, so you can act a little bit, or do you?
I haven't. So I actually did just get asked to do my first movie, but it's gonna be stand up in the movie, which I'm really excited for.
Cool.
But I've never done any comedy acting roles yet. But that would be one of my ultimate goals, to get there. So I got to show that I'm funny somehow, and this is where I decided to start because I love stand up as well. I just never knew I could actually write, and then one day I found myself writing jokes. And
so me and Capo, Frank, we do music, and so I equaled this to one mics and all that, and open mics and stuff, kind of the freestyling.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Where now if you're gonna make a comic album or do some acting, whatever, that's more like you're actually writing the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
How do you feel about comedy albums? Have you ever recorded little pieces or anything? Do we have little skits anywhere?
I have videos of performances and stuff. I don't really have any albums or anything like that. I have quite a few sets that I've done. I had people record stuff like that. But that's something that I would never be opposed to,
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I honestly, I love the vibe of this place too. I used to be in a metal band. I was a vocalist of a metal band. So I walked in here and I'm I feel like I would have performed here in that band. So it's so funny that I'm going to be doing comedy here.
Yeah.
And it's my vibe.
This vibe fits us as well, very well too. And Pete, the good friend, and Eric, and they help us with the venue and this room as well. And I'm not just saying that because they help us. The vibe in here fits with what we do too, so there is a vibe.
Oh, there definitely is, and I love it. I saw 3 of my heroes on the walls down there. I'm this is what I'm talking about. If I should feel comfortable anywhere, it should be here.
This is a small, medium venue, and I think it's a really, really good time.
It's an intimate room.
Yes.
Nice stage. I like it. I like it a lot.
What's your creative process when you write your jokes?
My creative process, I'm very basic. I kind of just like to be by myself. I mean, I used to put on other comics, and I would so I'd watch and I'd get premises off of say their jokes, and I'd be okay, so I'll make my own joke off of an idea, you know what I mean? I'll
reverse engineering
and pause it. Cause I'm like, sometimes I struggle if I'm sitting in a room trapped by myself, just trying to think of a premise to go off of. So I like to do that sometimes. Like I'll put on a special and I'm like, oh, that's like a great thing to make a joke off of. Because like I'll think of my own joke in my head and then I pause it and I'm like, I'm gonna take that down, and then go from there with it, you know.
That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, my brain kind of goes to one thing. Like I'm very self-deprecating, like Chris Farley was. Like I talk about my weight a lot, my voice, stuff like that. So, but self-deprecation's always been me, you know. So you'll hear it if you're down there when I go up. So yeah, I'm so excited for this.
That's cool. And so this is more of a competition type thing. This is like our first time kind of doing that. Is there any differences how you prepared your
my
jokes
regular
for
set? Honestly, I was thinking about doing some different stuff. Like I'm gonna use some of my stuff that I really like, that I'm proud of, that I know works, but I'm also thinking of different ideas to kind of, you know, just boost it that much more, to, you know what I mean?
Yes.
To really give that extra punch. Because I really, you know, I come out here and obviously, like, I look forward to networking with all new comics and all that. And at first I was like, you know, I don't really care if I win or not. It's all about just getting the stage time, being in a new room with all these other comics. But when you get here and everything, you feel, you're like, why would I not want to win?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't come to lose.
Exactly. You come to win, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
So I'm very eager about it. I can't wait to get up there now.
Yeah. No, you know, I think Frank did a really good job of putting together all of you guys. It's not proper English, but selecting all of the comics that he did.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and
got a great mix. I mean, there's a lot of comics from over near me in Rhode Island, and
some new guys.
Comics oh yeah.
And then there's vets.
Exactly. Yeah, like I'm a newer comic. You know, I've only been doing it a year and a half. So, but to see some of the names who are on that list, like they've been doing it for a while. Everything else, but the way I look at it is everybody has an equal chance, because not everyone is going to have their best night on the same night.
Of course.
And not everyone's going to have their worst night on the same night. So it's going to be a mix, you know what I mean? And we're all just clashing, you know.
And when we put together these little things, I'm glad that you picked up on that. That's the main reason why we do it too. We're not comics, we're musicians, but the networking.
Yeah.
I think it's always a good time to
absolutely
get together and meet different people and stuff like that and co-mingle. I of course like it because I do what I do, but to see other people like you comics co-mingling, I think that's cool. Do you have any social medias?
Yep. So I use Facebook the most, just Kyle Cody. Same with Instagram. I recently made a comedy Instagram, Comedy Forever 24. So I'm trying to build that one up right now, get some clips to put on there, all that kind of take clips out of the performances I already have and get them on there to build it up. It's not much of anything right now, but so I'm building on that, and I'm excited to see what comes of it all.
We all start from somewhere.
Exactly.
Let's go. Hey, so there was somebody that I interviewed, they didn't even have no socials yet. So
really?
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
We're all at different points in our journey, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and then I ended with two little crazier questions. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I do. Actually, Tom DeLonge's one of my biggest. He's my favorite musician ever, actually. So,
there you go.
But yeah, I do believe in aliens.
Yes. Do you come up? Usually do you sing and come up your material, but do you come up with jokes in the shower or the car?
More so the car, if anything. Shower, I try and be as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Usually I'm running.
Well, I say both kind of, because that's usually when you get some quiet time.
Exactly. But I do tend to, things just flow when I'm driving. I notice that, like, I'll see one thing happen on the side of the road, and I'm like, my head just starts going
That's
into
cool.
comedy mode, you know?
That's
I'm like, okay, and it sucks because I'm like, how am I going to take this down right now? Because you can't text and drive or whatever, and then you're pulling your phone out, trying to record or whatever, and it's like, I'm losing it, like, and half the time I smoked beforehand, so I'm losing it. Like,
herbal courage is why I'm here. Thanks so much for coming along, and
thank you for having me.
good luck tonight to the
really
challenge.
appreciate
Let the
that.
best challenger win, but I do like your even keelness.
Thank you, I really appreciate it, man. It's been a blast.
Thanks, brother.